For Moses and the Israelites, life was a lot different than it is for you and me. The Israelites wandered through the desert for years and years. Instead of living in a house or an apartment, they camped out each night. The Israelites didn't have a church with a tall steeple or even a Sunday school building to go to each week. They went to a church in a tent. The tent was called a tabernacle. Each time they moved, they folded up the tabernacle tent and carried it with them. Inside the tabernacle, the Israelites kept the things that were most sacred to their worship. Deep inside the tabernacle, in the most secluded and safest place, stood the Ark of the Covenant. Ark is a word you might have heard before. It appears over 100 times in the Bible. In Latin, ark means to enclose. Noah built a large enclosed wooden ship that was called an ark. The Ark of the Covenant was also used to enclose something. It held the tablets of law that God gave Moses on Mount Sinai. Other valuable things were kept inside too. There was a gold jar of manna, the food God provided when the Israelites were starving in the desert. The priest also put Aaron's staff in the Ark of the Covenant. The staff budded and bloomed overnight at God's command. Through the miracle of the staff, God chose Aaron to lead the Israelites and to stop their grumbling. The tablets, the manna, and Aaron's staff reminded the Israelites of God's promise to love and care for them, to lead them safely through the desert, and to deliver them to the promised land. Because the tablets inside the ark were a sign of God's promise, or covenant, the ark was called the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant was a great deal smaller than Noah's Ark. It was 3 3/4 feet long, 2 1/4 feet high, and 2 1/4 feet wide. Like everything else in the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant was made of the most valuable materials that the Israelites owned. It was carved of wood from the acacia tree. Acacia was used because it was a very hard and durable wood. The acacia wood was covered with sheets of gold. The Ark of the Covenant had golden rings attached to each corner. Poles were fitted through the rings so that the ark could be easily carried. It had a lid, which was made of solid gold, called the mercy seat. The mercy seat was considered to be God's throne. 2 angel-like cherubim made of gold were also a part of the golden lid. The cherubim faced the lid of the Ark of the Covenant with their wings spread overhead to shelter the most holy of holy places. The Ark of the Covenant was so sacred that it was kept out of eyesight in the most sacred part of the tabernacle. Only the high priest could look at it, and then only on very special occasions. In the book of Revelation, John tells us where the Ark of the Covenant is now. Chapter 11, verse 19 says that God's temple in heaven was opened, and within his temple was seen the Ark of his covenant.